Jacob McGough, a trip to Bloomington, Indiana this week for the Big Ten Championships. You're a junior this year, so you've kind of been through the wars, your third trip to Big Tens. What have you learned at this meet in past years that could help you?
A lot of it's just dealing with the pressure and the atmosphere there. First year there, you don't really know what to expect. It's just a great team atmosphere and real fun competition. Second year, you get used to it a little bit, and this year, you're just ready to have fun and attack your races.
You guys have the special taper training program to get you ready and maximize your season best times. I mean, what have you learned individually about the taper process, the way your body responds to it best?
I just need a lot of rest, usually in my legs especially, but everyone's different, and Dan does a really great job of getting us all ready individually. So
sounds like you'll have the butterfly and then the two IM events in the mix this week. Do you feel like the butterfly is your best part of the IM?
Yeah, butterfly is definitely my best event. Breaststroke second. I'm a short axis swimmer mainly, but all around the IM is my best event together. So looking forward to those races.
Finally, you know, you've been to the Olympic trials in Omaha. Big Tens, I would imagine, is right there, and even more of a team atmosphere because everybody's kind of got their own horse in every race.
Yeah, both events are huge, but Olympic trials more on your own. You got your friends there, but it's more what can you do, and then Big Tens is just about getting up and supporting your team and how well can you do to support them. So
appreciate the time. Good luck this week.
Yeah, thank you.
Brian Kiel getting ready to head down to Bloomington, Indiana for the Big Ten Championships this year. A junior, so you've been through the Big Ten wars before. You know what to expect from the the 4-day meet, 7 sessions. What are some of the things you've learned at this meet before that can help you this year?
We've learned several things. First of all, we know who our competition is. We've swam against them all year, either this year or last year. And we know how other teams are going to race when it comes to Big Ten time. And based on previous tapers from Big Tens last year and the year before, we know how we're going to race and how we adjust to competition like this.
Individually, what have you kind of learned about how your body responds to the taper process?
Obviously, the more rest, the better up till a certain point. I've been feeling better and better as this week has gone on, and it's going to continue into Big Tens. The taper is obviously beneficial to everyone else on the team. Distance guys maybe not as much, but
the backstroke remains your top event, but the 200 IM is back in the mix for you after you experimented earlier this year with the 100 fly. And it wasn't just because you're good at the 200 IM, but it also because it helps the team.
Yeah, that's correct. The 200 IM fits into my schedule as well as the team's lineup. IM has been feeling great the last 2 months, ever since Michigan State, and I look forward to swimming it at Big Tens.
And I imagine the opening night when you get to swim on the 800 free relay, that kind of gets the blood flowing and gets the meet going. Nice to get in a first team meet to start.
Yeah, absolutely. I might be leading off that relay, and in that case it gives me a good 200 free lead-off time. But as well as the other individuals on the relay, we're going to have a great performance. We're looking for possibly a school record in that event, so it's a great introduction to the meet. I know the 200 medley relay is also that night and gives other swimmers an opportunity to get in the water and race.
Brian, we appreciate the time. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Dan, ready for that championship portion of the season? The Big Tens this week in Bloomington. Always a chance to put up some season best times, and really the travel much less this year with Indiana hosting. Most of your guys have been to that pool either in high school or during the course of their college careers. Only a 2-hour drive down there should be a little bit to your advantage.
Absolutely, Ben. We are so excited. We spent 3 out of 4 weeks in January, both Michigans, Dallas, and Madison, where it was 11 below zero or some crazy thing like that. So we should be the most rested team in the Big Ten. Being home the last couple weeks, we swam Indiana here. We only got to drive 2 hours, so we should be the first team in Bloomington tomorrow. So we're really excited about going in our backyard. And as you said, most of these kids have all swum there before. I think we counted maybe 2 or 3 freshmen that haven't been there yet. So everybody should be fairly familiar with it. And so we're really excited. Our women were kind of feeding off them. They had a great meet last weekend. And this is the closest knit group we've had in a while, and I'm really excited to see how they handle the stress of the Big Ten. But I think we've done a really good job in preparation. Their heads are on straight at this point. Now the hard part is to get there tomorrow and be ready to race the very next day. which is a little bit still uncomfortable for us, but with us having the least amount of travel, we should be the most rested.
Always a bunch of team and personal season best highs come out of the Big Ten meet, and in turn you hope that a couple of those translate into a chance to swim at the national championship meet.
Yeah, that's our goal. The NCAA changed the selection process this year that we don't actually pick up relays. So all the individuals will get picked up. We still have 235 of the best swimmers are the ones that are going to get picked up to meet. And then if you get there, then you can swim relays if you have the A cut there. So it's really complicated right now. Nobody's going to understand what. Today, everybody's calling after all the first wave of big meets. I see emails going back and forth to NCAA. Okay, now in this scenario, did I make it in this scenario? I just told the guys, you know what, you can't control any of that stuff. Just go fast. Let the coaches worry about that stuff. You can't worry about where you are. All you got to do is race. Just, the sprint guys, put blinders on. Don't worry about who's next to you and race. Other guys, make sure you know what your strategy is against certain foes around you, and be ready for battle for 3.5 days.
A lot of you guys have been to big meets during their careers, like the Olympic trials, the Pan Am Games, what have you, but the team atmosphere at the Big Tens is quite unparalleled.
Totally different, because you go to those other ones, it's just you versus everybody else, and it's kind of by yourself. So people have been exposed to a lot bigger meets, but it's like you said, it's not the team atmosphere that you're representing Purdue University versus Michigan versus Ohio State versus all the other teams, and everybody's there at their peak at one time. There's just no place to hide. And freshman is really tough the first time. It's just, they see those times come up on the board, and it's just kind of like getting hit with a speed bag by Muhammad Ali. So it's just really, really hard to prepare them for it until they can go. But what's nice about it is we do have a good set of freshmen, and a few of them we're gonna count on. But for most of it, it's our juniors and seniors and sophomores that have been there before and should know the routine. And being only 2 hours away, should really be ready. We got no excuses.
Thanks for the time, Dan. Good luck this week.
Thank you.